I don't know if that makes me well versed. I think that just makes me familiar. So,
Ah,
it's a very big step there
okay.
to me because well versed implies that I'm smart,
Right. You
and
say?
that's
Are you
kind of the
saying you're
big
not
issue.
smart on Kings of John?
I'm saying I'm not smart
See?
at all.
Oh.
I think that's the real difference here, Nedi
That's.
man. That's the big
See, I
change.
wasn't gonna be the one to say anything, but
I am surprised considering the amount of cheap shots I take at you.
I know, but I'm just too much of a nice guy, I guess. Got too much food on the brain right now.
You just ate Chick-fil-A, so like all of your aggression is tuned down.
Yep.
God damn it, man.
Yeah.
every, every time. Just don't get up and leave in the middle of the cast this time, man.
Nope,
Just
not this
stay
time.
here the entire time. Anyway, spawning down here in the bottom right-hand corner for Team Micro Gaming, it is going to be Kelazhur, MicroGamerz.
And his opponent, our barcode mystery Zerg player, but we know him. He is going to be Nedi.
You know that Kelazhur is serious because he
Yeah.
has two Z's between
He
his
is,
clan
but
tag
it's
and his
it's
real name.
actually Kelzer is actually Celio. That is
Oh,
the confirmation we're getting from Dolk, is that even though that is the ID he's using, he's actually goes by Celio. So
where?
boom, boom, mind blown. And okay, Celio deciding to opt for a little bit of shenanigans in the first match here, and this is kind of one of the key proxy spots that we see
Mhm.
on King Sejong Station here. So it's gonna have to kind of rely and see how prepared Nedi is he going to be kind of being like, all right, I know where the proxies are. I just have to make sure I scout it. It is a tournament scene. Make sure I'm paying attention and on my game. And we already see the drone kind of heading over here, getting ready to sort of take his natural. Doesn't seem really much indication that there's anything else running around to scout. So we'll have to wait and see. Overlord, though, going to be creeping its way across. And actually, the path that it's taking is kind of for the second uh, possible proxy spot that we see on this map, and is going to miss the key one that's over by that third base here. But SCV is going to get over here, pop in, do some scouting around, checking things out. But, Boisterous, what are your thoughts on seeing a proxy in the game one like this?
I'm actually not that surprised. I'm surprised that he's proxying Reapers on this side of the base, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest.
Yeah, because
Because
there's
on the
that ledge.
yeah, there's this cliff over here on the other side of the base. I guess that it's easier to scout the cliff side with an Overlord, but most people don't. It's a very rare thing to see someone send an Overlord down the left side of the map, even for just half the length of the map and then send it across to his opponent's base. So we are going to see these Reapers start to pop up here, and there is actually a bunker as well. And then, man, we're seeing like some old school builds coming out for people.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And the drone kind of walked past, realized, oh, there is actually a bunker here. I got to pay attention. And wow, it does get sniped off. Pool does finish, though, so we'll see Queen get started. We'll see some Lings get started up here, and even throws down a Spine immediately, which is good. But now there's no real protection against the drones. He's just going to come down to the Micro right now and see how well that Nedi can do in response to this Reaper. Ooh, already lost a couple of drones here, and that bunker is kind of the key focal point here. But with the position of the spine, that bunker will have to get salvaged relatively soon.
Definitely. I mean, this bunker is going to be it's going to be hard to hold. As soon as the spine comes up, it's going to be over. Even though he probably could keep it. Even though he probably. I'm sorry, I'm getting completely distracted by this by the Skype chat. But even though he could probably have killed the spine crawler, I mean, he's gonna have to fall back here. And honestly, I don't agree with what he did here. He could have killed off that spine crawler before it finished off, and really been able to keep this aggression going.
Well, I mean, now, he could still poke up with the natural, even though that spine is up in the main base. He can't do much more damage there, but with that one queen, he just has to be careful with his Reapers and make sure that he is microing properly here. And he could slip past the spine crawler, slip past the queens, and see how much more damage he can do. And, really, he doesn't have much else followed up behind all this. He's still just sort of making Reapers right now from his barracks, kind of no command center coming down, no additional tech at this point in time, no nothing right now. So we're gonna have to wait and see where how much more damage can get done and what the follow-up's going to be. Now finally we do see the command center getting thrown down, but I do like just seeing Nedi's follow-up is going for this Rotorn here. And
yeah, I mean,
Queen's very low in health.
Yeah, this Queen is actually going to go down. It got caught up a little bit by his allies on the ramp, which is never what you want to see. You never want to see, you know, team kill like that. It's just, it's not cool, man.
No, never a good thing in that regard. But Reapers, one gets sniped off, but two of them able to manage to go into the main base here. And this is really catching Nedi off guard. He's kind of repositioning the spine, repositioning the Queens, and now has no coverage inside of his main base. And there are 3 Reapers still left alive here and can keep sniping, killing off drone after drone. 8 have already gone down. And wow, he just says, no, I'm too flustered. I cannot deal with it. Even though he had like 8 roaches about to pop, he just said no.
Yeah, he lost too many workers there. By far. I mean, how many workers did he kill? 12-ish? 12, 13-ish?
Yes.
Somewhere around there. I mean, that is insane amounts of damage for that early in the game. You really just can't deal with it. He was still up in workers right around the end, but he was about to take a sharp drop off and lose it. So Kelazhur...
Sorry, apparently I can't read, and I should never try to read ever again.
You know, I was going to point out that I thought you were wrong. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure his name is just Kelazhur. But I was like, I don't want to be wrong. I don't want this to turn around on me.
So it is Kelazhur, and I can't read. It's pretty much what happened.
It is not actually Celio.
Yes.
Man was just reading the pronunciation of the website Excello wrong.
Yes, and then trying to, read while have a conversation with Boisterous, and just, it was not, my brain can't do 2 things at once. I don't know what it is. It's been a long week, guys. That's what I'm going to blame it on.
So, it's a strong target for blame. It's not a bad choice. I admire your decision to just blame the week.
It is. It's a good way to do it. It's the end of May. May's been a long month, but no, I don't know. What else can I blame? So it was a very interesting game number 1 here. The flusters can happen. You can get a little bit thrown off. Lost quite a few drones, but it's now going to be the map pick here for our Zerg player. What are your thoughts on what sort of maps he's going to go? Is he going to try to go for maybe a larger one, maybe go for Frost or something, Habitation Station, go for the Gold Base? What sort of stuff would you like to see?
I have a feeling it's going to be Frost or Waystation. Actually, no, probably Frost, because Waystation doesn't have like the 4-player map kind of feel to it. Just because of how aggressive that play from the Terran player was that early in the game, I don't think we're going to see him go for a small map where those Reapers could come back and, come back and bite him.
Yeah.
And I kind of doubt it's going to be merry-go-rounds, because honestly, merry-go-round is even worse for someone that's trying to defend from cheese, just because your opponent only needs to scout 1 base to know where you are, and you need to scout 2 bases to be sure to know what they're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a little bit harder to defend at that point.
Well, it's only time will tell to see what sort of map he's going to choose. I don't know, like, in that position on King Sejong, like, he had that Overlord going for kind of the normal proxy location. Maybe now that teach him to maybe play a little bit safer and send that drone out to scout and check the 3rd base.
Yeah.
Because if he had scouted it would have been completely different. Like, he could have been a little bit more prepared for that bunker going up. Could have kind of completely changed the way he had done things, but I don't know. It's tough though when you're in that situation. You don't want to lose, and he was playing all right, but then losing the Queen and just kind of bad stuff happens sometimes. Wait a minute. Was that supposed to be game 2?
I don't know.
Well, I'm looking at the brackets right now, and Kelazhur is bumped to the semis. So either it looked like that was game 1, and maybe he just said no. I'm done.
Second stage started at merry-go-round. So yeah, that would have been game 2.
Ah, okay. Even better. Okay, just making
Man,
sure. I
dude,
was
we
I
are
was about
just
to be so confused. I was like,
we
what?
are
Did he
rumbling
just
too
drop?
hard.
We are. It
We
is.
just rumbled far, far too hard.
It's how it goes. It happens sometimes. But no, there's still plenty of other matches in the quarterfinals, and even the second stage, kind of having their matches finishing up to move in. Um, let's see, we've got Baldwin is going to be playing Aztec, um, and another barcode player. Um, because why not? Why not all the barcodes all the time?
They just
Which
want to
they
hear
are.
me pronounce barcode.
Yeah, barcode. Which I think there's like 5 barcode players in the chat right now.
Yeah,
So,
there's a lot.
but
All
there's
right.
still other players. Guitar Cheese is waiting to play against who winner of something. What other match?
Lucky versus Clinch.
Thank you.
Yep.
Lucky versus Clinch. Okay. Pretty good then. And I think the other one, SWS, is waiting to play Towley or Snake Ships. So we'll see. We'll see who else gets to pop into the quarterfinals here, and who else is going to move on to the semifinals too, since we've already got a confirmed player in the semis. And people are asking, is this any league? Can you sign up if you are in any league? Yes, you could if you wanted to. It's a good way to kind of prove things. If you're in on the NA server there's $100 on the line. Max 64 players in the tournament. It is, of course, single elimination. So if you're out, you're out, sadly. But, great little breakdown of distribution. First place gets $70. Second place, $20. Third and fourth place get $5 each. And this is going to be, an ongoing, continuous thing for all the players out there, or even you guys watching at home, and you're sitting here going, you know what, this looks like a lot of fun. I'd love to play in it one day and even get casted up. Well, you have the opportunity to, guys. All you got to do is sign up. Keep an eye out on TL. Keep an eye out on Twitter, because, of course, we do tweet about it and stuff like that. But it looks like while we wait for games to finish up, we're going to cut to a little bit of a break here for you guys. So stick with us, and we'll be back in a little bit.